This is the SHW standing desk. I just finished building it, and I want to tell you about the process because it was a little bit cumbersome solely because I was by myself. So, a couple of things. First, in the box, you get the actual desktop, which is pretty nice. This is a smaller size desk, so if you have a smaller room, this is pretty good. I'm going to be trying to put a 32-inch monitor on it. We'll see how that goes. I have a very large curved monitor. Might need to use a smaller monitor for that. So we have the desktop. Then we also have the feet. So we have the feet for both sides, the left and right side. We have the columns here, which have the extendable piece in them, as you can see right there. We have these hooks that go on the sides. We have a undercarriage sort of tray that holds all the cabling, so you can do some cable management there. Then we have the controller piece and some cables, as well as the center rod, and then the outer edge posts here that are under the desk. So comes with all those pieces. The instruction manual is really well done. It has stickers on almost every single piece. Except when I was building it, I got into two pieces of trouble. Firstly, on one piece, it was completely my mistake. I forgot to read the sticker on it that said this side up, and I accidentally put it on upside down. So I had like 3/5 of it done, and then I had to put on the under tray that holds all those wires, and it wouldn't go on because the hooks were upside down. So I had to disconnect it and then put the piece right side up and get going from there. Then I felt pretty good. I was like, okay, I got this figured out. I have 6 more bolts to do, which were the bolts that held on to this desktop. So basically the actual desk panel here, holding on to the legs. And I was like, okay, I got that done. We're good. I just need to plug in the cables and we're good to go. Turns out the holes for the controller are only on this side and it's not labeled at all on the bottom. So what happened was I bolted it all together. I was ready to put this controller on that lets you control, whether it goes up and down and the memory function and all that stuff. And the holes were over here. So it would have been on the wrong side of the desk. Actually would have fit here. And you could rotate the whole desk, but I didn't want that undercarriage to be hitting my knees. So I had to undo the 6 bolts, flip this over the other way, and then do the final 6 bolts. And lastly, everything to build this desk is done with a hex key, which they include, which is awesome, except you do have 2 Phillips screws that are used to put the controller in. Now, this wood doesn't seem super solid. So one, I felt a little bit worried when I was putting those screws in. And two, I couldn't find a screwdriver. I actually built this desk for my parents to use. I'm in their house. And I didn't know where their tools were. And I was hoping that all the tools were included in the box because the hex key was for every single bolt except for 2 actual screws. So I wish that they included a screwdriver or that they used a hex bolt here instead of the regular screws. But overall, very simple. I'll show you real quick. It has the memory function. So I set the lowest possible and the highest possible to be memory section 4 for the lowest possible, memory section 1 for the highest possible. And then to set the memory, it's really easy. If we want to do a custom height, I'm holding it up here. It shows in centimeters. I kind of wish it showed in inches, but it doesn't matter. And then all you do is you hold it until it beeps. So I'm going to make this setting 2. There we go. It beeped. And then I can set that. So if I were to go to 4 by double clicking, see it goes down, and I want it to go back to setting 2, exactly where I set that. I just double tap on the number, it goes to there, and we're good. So that's my initial impressions. The desk itself, pretty solid. You can see it doesn't really wiggle around, which is good. It's not crazy heavy, so if you needed to move it around, you totally could do that. Just the assembly process, make sure you have a screwdriver. Ideally, have another person there, so when you're putting the 2 legs together with the crossbeam, you don't have to be like wide stanced and hoping that they don't fall and scratch your floors. And yeah, the instructions were honestly pretty good. I wish that there was a marking here so I knew to put this the right way, but overall, not bad. And I will start using this desk now here and then get my mom set up so she can work from home on this desk with her monitor. She's a huge 32-inch curved. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that is the assembly process of the SHW desk. And I know I mentioned them, but it has the hooks here so you can hang your headphones and stuff. I don't know if you can see it in the shot. So if you're curious what the hooks look like, here they are right there. We can see that we have hooks on this side. They could go on the back also. Very easy to move. And yeah,